go first. I'm trying to remember.
I will.
Okay.
I'm just reading this for the Steve Kazersgone Historic Resource Review Commission. They approved downtown facade grants for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places on Southeast Jackson for Benjamin Clappa, the owner. So 642, 644, 646 Southeast Jackson, and 744, 746, and 748 Southeast Jackson. The commission heard about the council report regarding the commission and changes. The Mill Pine Pride Month is April, and the necessary information being compiled and released is sent out. The Historic Preservation Recognition Program is now accepting nominations. The city, as a certified local government, has applied for a $17,000 historic preservation grant. That's for the HRC. Economic development. We went through our changes in the membership of the commission. That's your alarm to wake up. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I think it's the music telling Rick to be quiet and move on. That's what I... Yeah. We approved, the Economic Development Commission approved the Mill Pine Neighborhood Master Plan as drafted, approved to propose the 2010-2011 Economic Development Fund budget, and recommended adoption to the Budget Committee, which will come up at our Budget Committee meetings. Received a copy and verbal summary of the February-March 2010 Partnership Report from Helga, and received copies of the National Press article on the Downtown Idea Exchange, and we'll be looking further up at the Roseburg's upper floor. And our next meeting is April 13th. Michael, do you remember?
I do. We held it in a different location. That's why I couldn't remember. I couldn't picture myself up in the third floor conference room discussing anything. It's because we weren't there. We met jointly with the Public Works Commission and talked about, let's see, what we talked about a widening project on Stewart Parkway to straighten out the S-curves, to generally widen that from Ford Family Foundation, wherever it ends there, down to Harvey Street over by the YMCA. We also talked about, and so the city is at 30% plans on that and intends to complete the preliminary design on that next year in the next budget cycle. Still looking for money to build that project. We also discussed the addition of the additional inside courts at the Umpqua Tennis Center there at Stewart Park. They're going to build an additional building, and one of the reasons we were meeting with the Public Works was obviously that's impacted by that Stewart Parkway improvement and detention facility for storm drainage, and there were some wetland issues that were associated with the additional building, which will be built to the north of the existing one. And we talked about an item that's later on in the consent calendar to recommend approval of a grant application, a grant from the Oregon Parks and Recreation Department for $21,000 to improve Parrot Creek Park, which is down in the southeast part of the city. Get that park upgraded and fixed up quite a bit. It's in pretty good disrepair. I think that was it. Was there something else?
Just
one more item missing, but
one more thing. Chris Davidson gave us a presentation regarding the usage of the soccer fields over at Fir Grove Field.
Right. Yeah, we had a citizen comment period, and we'll have that on our next month's agenda. But we had somebody come up and talk to us about the usage of the soccer fields, and Roseburg Soccer Association, I think, was concerned that they not be overused and turned to dirt. So.